Hi, this is Anand here. I'm back with another Elementor tips and tricks video. In this video, we'll learn how to create this beautiful background hover animation effect in Elementor. See, whenever we hover over on any of the card over here, the card background changes along with the section background. See? So we'll see how to create this background hover animation effect in Elementor with just CSS. Excited to learn? Let's get right into it. Here we are in the Elementor editor. Now let's create the structure first. Let's click over here. I will select 4 column section. Let's go to advanced. In the padding section, I will give 100 pixel top padding and 100 pixel bottom padding just to have some space. And the styles tab, I will choose a background, just this, something like this. Or maybe I need to choose a little darker color. Okay, this looks better. Okay. Now from here, I will choose an icon box. Let's select and drag this over. Let's quickly change the icon. Let's select this one. Okay, let's quickly change some styles. Let's change the icon color. I will choose a red color like this. The content, let's go to typography. I will select railway and the font size 20 pixel. I will keep rest as it is. And in the advanced section, let's add some padding. Top 40, left 20, bottom 40, left 20. So top and bottom 40, right and left 20 pixel. Let's scroll down. Let's come to border and let's add a box shadow. This looks good, and I'll set the spread to 5. So this looks good to me. We can also change the heading spacing a bit. Let's go to style. Let's set it to 10. So our card section is ready. Now in the advanced section, we'll add a class name called card. Remember, you need to add this exact name for the CSS to work, and we'll add a z-index of 1. Now structure is ready. Now we'll open the navigator tool, right click, click on navigator. We'll select this container first. Now we need to add some CSS magic. Let's go to advanced, scroll down, click on custom CSS. Just for your information, custom CSS is part of Elementor Pro. If you are interested in buying Elementor Pro, you can check the link in the description below. This is my affiliate link. If you decide to buy through my link, I will get a small commission at no extra cost to you. That supports this channel and my website. With that being said, let's add the CSS. Let's paste it. Now let's hover over. As you can see, the background is changing. Along with the text color and icon, everything is changing. Now let me quickly explain the CSS for you. Let's scroll down. If you are finding this video helpful, please hit the like button. This helps the video to reach to more people. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Now if you see over here, when you hover over, the background of the card changes along with the section background. To make things easy, I have set this CSS variables. From here you can control all these colors, and I've given distinct names so you can easily understand which one is for which section. For example, this is BG gradient color. This represents the background of the section. I have added 2 colors. You can add more than 2 colors to form your gradient. Let's say if I change this, let's remove this. Now if I hover over, see the color is changing. Let's undo. Second is BG degree. That means the gradient degree. It is set to 180. Let's see how it looks right now. If I change this, let's say if I change it to 45. Now if I hover over, see the angle of the gradient is changing. Let's revert it back to 180. Then we have card BG color. The white color you see on the card. If I change this color, let's say to this, see the background of the card is changing. So you can control that color from here as well. Then we have card gradient color. I've kept the same color of the background and the card color same gradient, so it gives a good effect. You can change that if you want. Let's remove this and let's see. So you can change that color as well. Then we have the same card degree over here. You can change the angle of this gradient of the card as well. Then we have transition speed. It's set to 0.5. You can change that. Let's say if I change it to 1, the background transition will be slower. See, the transition is happening slower. So you can control that speed as well. And finally we have the hover text color. That means the colors we see on hover, it's changing to white. You can change that color from here as well. Let's set it to this color. Now see, when you hover, the text, in fact the content color is changing. So you can control that as well. Now let me briefly explain the CSS. Here we are changing the content color on hover of this particular section. We are changing the position of this section in order to have this background effect. Then we are using the after pseudo element to create the background color. We are setting the opacity to 0, and on hover we are making it visible by setting the opacity to 1. And then we have the background of the card, and on hover we are changing the background color of the card. So this is the simple CSS over here. You can download the CSS from my website. The link is in the description below. The beauty of this CSS is you can use other widgets as well with this. For example, I've added icon box over here. You can add other widgets too. Let's say I want to add this testimonial widget. What I'll do, I will select this container and I will simply duplicate this. Then I will remove one container, so we have 4. Okay, before we move on, let's click over here. Let's go to layout and items. Let's change the element gap to 20, so there's gap between the elements. Now we have duplicate section. Now let's come over here. Let's delete this and let's try to use this testimonial widget. Drag it over here select the widget. One thing you need to remember, you must not set background of the widget directly from the widget section. All you need is to go to advanced, give the class name card, CSS class name card, and the z-index to 1. Let's say I'm adding 15 pixel padding, so there is some gap. Now when you hover over, see this widget is also working. Let's remove this. We can also add multiple widgets as well. For that, all you need is to add a container. And let's go to advanced. Again, you add a class name card, z-index 1, and now you can add multiple elements. Let's say I'm adding a heading, then I'm adding an icon over here. Let's have adding a button too, and in the container let's add some padding. The styles, the text, let's align this center. Now if you hover over, see it's working too. So it is very dynamic. You can add other widgets. Now let's remove this. I will simply copy this widget. Let's paste. I will simply make a couple of duplicate of this section. Let's make it duplicate. Another duplicate. I will delete the remaining two. Let's delete this one and then delete this one. See, everything is working perfectly. All I need is to change the content and color. Now let's select this icon box. Let's go to content. I will select this icon. Style, I will change it to something like this, and let's select this container now. Custom CSS. I will change the background color to and the card gradient color. I will simply copy this. Now if I hover over, see the background is blue now. So this way you can change these two sections as well. Now let's check the responsive view. It should be alright. Tablet, let's close this. It looks perfect. You can change if you want the layout. In the mobile view, it is working perfectly as well. Once you are done, don't forget to update the page. Let's click on preview changes. So this is how it looks. It is working perfectly. So this is how easily you can create this background hover effect in Elementor. And finally, if you need help with your Elementor or WordPress project, feel free to contact me through my website. I'll be happy to help you. So this is it for this video. Thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.